What's up, boys? Welcome back to Flippo's Garage. Real quick, I just wanted to do a little quick review over this little Hawk X Pro 50cc. I just want to do this for any parents or any kids between 5, 6, and 10ish out there that's looking at this bike on Amazon or eBay or whatever. So like I said, it's really made for kids between like 6 and 10ish. My son, he was just really wanting a dirt bike. Both my boys wanted a dirt bike really bad, right? So one of their birthdays was rolling around. We wanted to get them a bike. Well, we weren't sure if they were actually going to like it or if they were going to be scared of it, because sometimes you buy things like this and they ride it once, they get scared and they never touch them again. So one of my boys ended up loving it, and the other one, he's more of like a four-wheeler ATV kind of kid, and nothing wrong with that. But my other son, he's definitely a lover of two wheels, just like his pops. So I just want to do a quick review for y'all parents out there. So here's what we got. Let's go over a couple little details on the bike. So seat height is about, just above my kneecap. So this is what it looks like, a little walk around. This is the 2-stroke 50cc. It looks real clean. I mean, it's dirty right now, but they look cool. And that's mainly, that's what kids are really attracted to at that age. They just know they want to ride it on two wheels and they want it to look cool. That's really all they care about. And this does have that. So it comes with 2 keys on and off, kill switch on it. It's got a front and back brake. This one's pull start. And carbureted. It's got 2 shut-off valves, or petcocks. It's got a good rear shock. Let's look at the rear shock. It's got a good rear shock. That shock can definitely support about 220 pounds and less, and it's adjustable. So I will give it that. It's got a good rear shock. But these forks in the front, they look real, but they're not real at all. So we've owned this bike for about a year and 2 or 3 months. So over a year we've owned this bike. I say overall, I would give it, for learning, it's a 10. I'd give it a 10. But if your kid is experienced and they're looking to go faster or wheelie or do anything crazy or race, then I would say I would keep looking. But if you're on a budget and you're just wanting something for your kid to learn on, that way you can step them up to the next step later, this is the bike to get, I would say. So one thing I'll say about this bike is we haven't had really any like big problems or hiccups. I've read some of the reviews where they get them, they quit running, yada yada. I will say the carburetor, I've had to take it off once and clean it because it got dirty. Cleaned it, put it back on, started right up. So that's one good thing. But my son, he wrecked it one time and the float got stuck. The float, so gas just kept coming out. So that's another thing. If you have a carburetor and you're watching this and you have gas just pissing out of your bike and your gas is on, your petcock is turned to on, all that, and it's still pissing, then your float is bad. But if you have your gas off, the petcocks are off, and it's still pissing, then your petcock is bad. So my son, he is 9 years old. My other one's 8 years old. They can both start this thing by themselves, no problem. Now I will say, when we first got it, he had trouble with it, but it takes a little practice when they're that young, and they'll get it down. So let's do a little quick startup real quick. I've already been riding this one, so normally you'd put the choke on, but I've already been riding it, so it should be warmed up. Starts up first time, every time. So as you can see, I weigh 200 pounds, and it can probably go about, you know, I'd say about 20, 25 with me on it. So with my son on it, it definitely goes a lot faster. I'd say it probably goes about at least 30 miles an hour with him on it. And if you do get this bike, make sure you take all these bolts out one at a time and put some blue thread locker on them, because every couple of months I noticed every bolt on this bike and nut comes loose. I don't know why, it just shakes them loose. So when you first get the bike, take all the bolts out, put blue thread locker on them. Anyway, I'd say overall I give this bike about a 6.5 to a 7 for a beginner's, you know, 7, 8-year-old bike. Probably about a 6.5. I'd say that's fair, because it could have real forks. You know, if you want something like that and you got the money, go get you a Yamaha, a Honda, you know, like a little Yamaha PW50, something like that. Now that's the perfect bike for kids that age. If you got the money, go get you one of those. If you're on a budget and you're not sure if they're gonna love it, just go get one of these bikes off eBay or Amazon. Now when I bought this bike, it was about $400 or $500. I'm not sure what they cost now, but you just get on eBay, Amazon, check it out. Anyway, I just want to give a quick review for any parents or kids out there looking at these bikes. You know, I even get on this thing and have fun every now and then. I wouldn't ride this thing all the time, but it's definitely fun to, like, you know, get around and mess around on. It won't wheelie with me on it or nothing, but there it is, y'all. Check, keep your eyes peeled for the next video. Love y'all guys. Go out and do something badass today. I'll see you on the next one.